What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Europe tour. Today we're at our first small French theme park. This is Walygator Park in Grand Est, France, a place I really don't know much about. I know it's had a turbulent history. It's gone through a lot of identity change, name change. They've actually filed for bankruptcy a couple times, but the place only opened in 1989, so it's not like it's a super old park or anything. They only have the 4 roller coasters, but the headliner here is Monster, which is a Bolliger and Mabyard inverted coaster, a big ride that's actually almost identical to Raptor at Cedar Point, a coaster that of course is very popular in the States. The only difference is this one does not run with a mid-course brake run trim, so it runs faster in the second half. I'm really excited to see what that feels like, if at all. But regardless, I love Raptor, so I'm sure I'm gonna love Monster. Yeah, we just walked in here. I do want to give a thanks to the park for providing complimentary admission for our visit today. We are on a tight schedule today, so I really don't have a lot of time here. I'm gonna run in, I'm gonna grab the 4 roller coasters, and then I'm gonna head out. It's called Coaster Dash.
I think I know you.
Really?
Yes.
No way.
You're going to Disney World.
Yeah, Disney. I was just at Disneyland Paris.
I follow you because you're going to Walygator. It's
Yeah, there we go. Wow. The keyboard is different because it's in French.
Okay.
No, but it's always a pleasure to visit these small parks. This looks really nice. I like this little walkway right as you enter the place. I like how it's covered too, so in case of bad weather, you can just hang out here and go into some of these shops. So in the roller coaster enthusiast community, Walygator actually doesn't really have that great a reputation, and maybe it's because of its history, I don't know, but so far, it actually looks quite nice. I'm thoroughly impressed, and I'm not just saying that because the park did get us in free. I always want to give an unbiased perspective on my point of view of the park, and so far it doesn't seem bad at all, but I could be wrong. I mean, the operations could be slow. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to getting on some of these rides. Whoa, look at this entrance to Anaconda. There's actually no sign that says Anaconda. This is just your indication is this big old snake, and then I guess we're walking through the woods to get there. Man, how interesting is that? That's very unique. So we went ahead and just walked up the exit. Park has been very cool. But yeah, here's some of the coaster. The larger portions are on the other side of the station that you can't really see from here. But this is a very weird ride. I think it's gonna come around shortly. There we go. 1989 this opened. It was in-house, but also partially done by Morgan Manufacturing. Very interesting. Also, William Cobb designed it. I'm not sure what to expect. It looks like a questionable ride. Here we go on Anaconda. I didn't feel like waiting for the front, so we got row 3 close enough. These operations were so bad, guys. I think I've been waiting a half an hour. It's, at any other park, this would be like a 5-minute wait. 1 train ops on a long ride, but I'm excited to try it. That's very weird. This ride looks huge, but let's see if it actually does anything. It's actually a lot bigger than I expected, though. Wow. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how smooth this is so far. Whoa! Oh, what's it doing? Oh my gosh. This is a weird one. Whoa! Oh man. Woo! It does literally nothing. There's no airtime at all. I'm very confused by this one, I'm gonna be honest. Oh! Oh, there's Monster, I can't wait to ride that. Oh! Look at how shallow this is. Why is it like that? Oh my gosh. What just happened? I have so much to say about that. That was weird. What a strange ride. I mean, first and foremost, it was smooth. That was a surprise. It was very smooth, actually. It was an enjoyable experience for me, but it didn't do anything. Like, literally all of its hills were drawn out, no airtime whatsoever, no laterals whatsoever. It was a very forceless experience. A lot of that profiling was very messed up, and I don't know, it seemed like it was taken care of all right, though. I was surprised. Like, I had a good time, but that's a pretty pointless coaster overall. Like, it really didn't do anything. However, it is a large ride. I actually think it might be one of the biggest wooden coasters I've seen in Europe. Like, I was so surprised by its size. So in that way, it was impressive to ride, but it just, again, didn't do anything. We're gonna move on to Monster, which I'm very excited for. Up next, what I was most excited for coming to this park is Monster. Like I said, B&M inverted coaster, a clone of Raptor at Cedar Point. It should run faster in the second half. Very excited. Seems like it could do with the repaint, but nonetheless, I think the layout's gonna be fantastic. Even though the operations on the Woody were not the best, we walked on to Monster, which is fantastic. Interestingly, this is my second B&M inverted coaster called Monster in Europe, the other one being in Sweden, of course. This looks fantastic. I will say though, this really could use a repaint. It doesn't look like it's in the best shape. Wow, look at that layout, guys. Big elements. This looks absolutely amazing. So many inversions too. I feel like I'm at Cedar Point about to ride this thing. Let's go! This is gonna be awesome. Here we go. Oh, it's so intense. Whoa! Oh, man. Whoa! All right, here's where the mid-course brake run would have been, but there's no trim. That is a great coaster. Not the smoothest actually, but very fun layout. That was a ride on the park signature ride, Monster, and that was definitely fantastic. I enjoyed that just as much as I thought I would. Although I will say, it really needs some upkeep. It needs a repaint, the whole queue needs a refresh, and the ride in general, I don't know how well it's being maintained because it's actually one of the rougher inverted coasters I've done from Walygator and Mabillard. It's still not too bad, but like for sure rougher than Raptor at Cedar Point, no question about it. Comparing it to Raptor, you definitely do notice the second half is fast for sure without the trim brakes, but I still prefer Raptor because I think that one rides better overall. Regardless, it's a fantastic coaster. I mean, the intensity on that was unbelievable. That was so punchy. And look at how big the ride is too. It just sprawls all throughout the back section of this park. You got the vertical loop, you got the 0G roll, you got a Cobra roll back there, and then the double corkscrews as well. That was definitely a fantastic ride, and it was worth coming to the park alone to experience it. But all right, moving onwards to coaster number 3. The park's smallest roller coaster is a little wacky worm. Check out that front car. Have you ever seen anything like that? I'm trying to pinpoint what exactly it is. Oh, I think I know what it is. I think it's an alligator or a crocodile because that's what the park's mascot is. I just figured that out on video. No, that's cute. But yeah, it's a pretty standard ride. Not expecting a lot from it, but it's a credit. This wacky worm is so funny. Look at the train. It's definitely seen better days. Bro, we haven't even done anything yet. Oh, well, it still hasn't even started. Okay, that was weird. I'm rather confused by this park because maintenance does not seem to be the best. However, the landscaping is actually really lovely. It's a much better looking park than I expected, actually. I mean, like, you can see the landscaping on the left. That's really nice. A lot of inconsistencies here. Airtime, not really. Whoa! This thing is slow. Feels like it's gonna valley. Oh man, I really like the look of this log flume. It's very woodsy around here. Again, I wish I had time to do some of the non-coaster attractions, but unfortunately I'm just super crunched. I have to be at a music festival later today in Germany, which is hours away, and we have to see a castle in Luxembourg. Not have to, I mean, we're willingly doing it. It looks absolutely awesome, but it just means we're very limited on time here, unfortunately. You can see our last roller coaster. It is a Vekoma Hurricane coaster. A couple of inversions on this, but it's overall a pretty simple ride. I don't think it'll be very good. These tend to be rather rough, but you don't know until you ride, so. Here we go on Comet. This is an opening day attraction with the park, along with their wooden coaster Anaconda. So these two have been here for forever. I think the layout's gonna be pretty bad, but I like all the landscaping around here. The setting is fantastic. Given the park's reputation in the enthusiast community, I'm surprised I'm saying this, but I actually wish I had longer here. I really do. I wanted to do more of the attractions, and I don't mind walking around the park. Like, it's fairly nice. Here we go. Come on, Comet, don't get me up too bad. Whoa! Oh! Hi, it's not bad. Let's go. Whoa! Hey, this isn't bad at all, actually. Woo! Oh! Oh, I didn't like those brakes, but the coaster was not bad. I think that's my second place in the park. I liked it definitely more than the wooden coaster. I really like this flat ride too, this Imperla Air Race. It looks like it was maybe a more recent addition, very modern attraction. Oh wow, that's crazy intense. I wouldn't want to be hung upside down for that long. There you go, my short time at Walygator Park. I apologize if this is a little bit of a shorter one. Like I said in comment, I wish I could have spent more time in this place. I really liked walking around and seeing the park. It was a lot prettier than I was expecting, and I don't think this park deserves the reputation it has online. The landscaping is actually quite beautiful here. I do just wish they would pour a little bit more investment into the park. I understand that they really don't receive many additions these days. New rides, new experiences, that's always a plus. But yeah, like look at this. Not at all what I was expecting from a park that is often considered the worst in France. It's not at all in my opinion. Granted, I haven't been to too many of them, but I feel like there's gonna be some that are a little weaker. Thanks Walygator for having me out today, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out everyone.